The Human Resource Service Center, together with Simplified Options Uganda, present Tailoring Your CV for International Recruitment. Compiled by Ivan Nkono, read by Eddie Chigozi. If you are considering moving internationally to further your career, it is important that you understand that the format, structure, presentation and content requirements of your CV or resume will differ from country to country. Just as every CV and cover letter you write needs to be tailored to the role and company you are applying for, it is equally important that it is also targeted to meet the unique requirements of that country. It is your first chance to show that you understand and are able to adapt to differences in the working environment. Adapting your CV for applications to different countries is not a difficult task, but it is an important one and will give you the best possible chance of securing an international role. What stays the same? The main purpose of a resume is to highlight to the reader why you are suitable for the role in a clear and concise manner. There is basic information which needs to be included on each CV you create, regardless of where in the world you are job hunting. For example, your name and contact details, your qualifications and skills, your work history. If you are applying for an international role, you should also outline your work permit situation. If possible, ask someone who is a native speaker in the language your CV is written in to review that document. What might change from country to country? Is it a resume or a CV? Some countries use these words interchangeably. However, in North America, a CV is a comprehensive document written only by a researcher, educator, or academic, so you should only use the term CV in North America if you are applying for such a job. Length. The length of your CV may vary depending on the requirements of the country. For example, in the UK, a CV of 1 or 2 pages is considered appropriate, whereas in North America, the resume is often a 1-page document. In Russia, for example, CVs often contain a large amount of information and extensively detail work experiences, and in Greece, CVs are regularly up to 5 pages long. If your aim is to keep your CV to only 2 pages, do not succumb to the temptation of decreasing your font size. Use content that is only relevant to the job and employer. Ensure there is lots of white space and that your key selling features are prominent. Photo. When applying for roles in the UK or in North America, you do not need to include your photo. This is because employers make every effort not to contravene discrimination laws. However, in Germany, France, and many Asian countries, including a headshot, is expected. In many places, it is your call as to whether you think a photograph will add value to your CV. If you decide to include a picture, make sure it is professional looking and not one of you bungee jumping while on holiday. Personal details. In Asia, in particular, it is common for employers to expect to see personal information regarding religion, health status, gender, race, marital status, and age on your CV. It is not necessary in most European or North American countries. Education information. Regardless of where you are applying for a job, ensure your education qualifications are clear. The level of detail required can vary. For example, if you are applying for a role in China, the emphasis in your CV should be on your qualifications, not your skills and experience. As all countries have different qualifications, it may also be useful to provide the equivalent local qualification so that the person reading your CV can easily understand your level of education attainment. In some countries, you will also be required to submit original copies of transcripts as part of your application. In many countries, your ability to obtain a work visa will be related to your qualifications, so you should allow the hiring manager to understand that the relevant visa requirements are fulfilled. It is impossible for you to ever become successful when you have poor money skills. The Money Moment on Platinum Nuggets allows you to identify where your money skills need improvement. You will also get suggestions on how to improve that particular area of weakness in handling money. Not only that, you will be able to learn some things that you didn't even know money could do. So, don't miss the Money Moment every Friday on Platinum Nuggets. Send a WhatsApp text to the number 256 702 809 040. Platinum Nuggets. Take charge of your life by changing how you think. We are talking about tailoring your CV for international recruitment. So, let's continue with what is likely to change from country to country. Personal hobbies and interests. Personal interests are another opportunity to promote your suitability for the job. Maybe you are involved in a relevant professional association or voluntary group in your free time. You may also have hobbies that highlight your interest in the culture of the country where you are applying. For example, surfing if you are moving to Australia, or sushi making if you are applying for a role in Japan. Including generic hobbies unrelated to the role or country to which you are applying, such as fishing or reading, is down to personal preferences. In some countries, Germany being an example, employers often consider personal interests to be unnecessary. If you decide to include general hobbies and interests, then keep them to a minimum. Tone. The tone in which your CV needs to be written will definitely alter from country to country. In North America, your employer will want clear demonstration of your ambition, strength, and achievements, and how you have succeeded and generated results, so don't hold back. In the UK, the CV is very much used as a marketing tool, which is used to sell yourself to a potential employer. It is therefore recommended to use words such as contributed, negotiated, and demonstrated to highlight your past experience. Both the UK and North America contrast with China, where your tone should be far more modest and you should avoid bragging. Format. You should also pay particular attention as to whether or not your CV should be written in chronological or reverse chronological order. Most countries have specific preferences about which format is acceptable. However, if no specific guidance is given, I recommend that your CV is written in reverse chronological order. Be aware that stationery and paper sizes differ from country to country. For example, in North America, the standard is 8.5 by 11 inches, whereas the European A4 standard is 210 by 297 millimeters. When you are submitting your CV or resume via email, go to Page Setup on your computer and reformat your document to the recipient's standard. Saving as a PDF file can ensure the formatting of your resume won't be disrupted. Language. If you are applying for a role at a multinational company, many will expect you to speak both the language of the country where you are applying and their common business language. The common business language is likely to be English or the language spoken at their corporate headquarters. It is recommended that you draft your CV in both languages and be prepared for your interview to be conducted in both languages. Submitting your CV. As internet and technology accessibility varies from country to country, be sure to prepare your CV in a widely recognized programs such as Microsoft Word and send it as an attachment to an email. Also, in some countries such as Germany, employers may require a hard copy CV, but in most cases, a soft copy CV is fine. In addition, in many countries, job applications are submitted online. Find out how to build and develop your personal brand online. I hope you have found this information helpful and that it will help you adapt your CV to the country you are applying to. I also recommend doing your own homework. Find out what is appropriate in both the corporate and country culture and for the person making the hiring decision. The Human Resource Service Center is an international HR consulting firm. They offer human resource and business support services to a range of organizations, both within and outside Uganda. If you want to improve your internal HR processes and systems, if you want to outsource human resource services, contact the Human Resource Service Center by phone, by WhatsApp, or by Telegram. The number is +256 772 481 995.